Here's a vintage Bohsei 3000 calculator, pocket calculator. This was back from the days before we had LCD displays on calculators. This had an LED stick display. It supported 8 positions on it, and the numbers are really tiny, and they have little magnifiers in front of them so you could see it a little bit better. This calculator was from 1977, and here's its on-off switch right there. The other side actually has a jack where you can plug in an AC adapter, because the 9-volt battery in here can go dead pretty quickly. That's its serial number, and it is made in Hong Kong. So besides the LED display, which I'll get to in a second, listen to the click on those keys, almost like an IBM Model M, but not really. Definite indication of when you have made a key. Let's fire it up here a second, if I can get the, here it is. The switch is a little knackered on it. It's actually got a date, October 1978, for October 1978. Cracked open calculator later. I think the switch actually went bad. If I touch it, it kind of goes out and stuff. But that's the display on it right there. You can see the little magnifiers in front of all the little things there. We'll take a look at the internals here. The charger jack, or the AC adapter jack, I should say, does have this brown wire, which is a disconnect. So if you plug in an adapter while there's a battery in here, it'll disconnect it. And that is pretty much the deal. Other than that, it's a basic calculator. I'll see if I can do this without it going out. There's 5. I don't know where the plus is. Okay, that's 53 minus 3. Or plus 3. Plus 3 is 56. So it'll give you an idea of what this can do. The single chip that's in here, it's a TMS 0972 chip. It's basically a copycat calculator of the TI 1250. That's all the information I've gathered on it. There we go, now it's all back together and working. This also was around under many other different names, such as Academy, Ultronic, Bomar, Comico, Harvard Student, stuff like that. And like I said before, it was a copy of the TI 1250 calculator that was available back in the day. And I can just enter in up to 8. We'll add the same. To give us very discordant numbers. And, you know, it'll do anything like that. 25 divided by 5 is obviously 5. And, I hit times, I'm sorry, I meant that. 25 divided by 5 is 5. You could add 6 for 11, times that by 55, and end up with 605. And you do have a decimal point. You can add 0.2, 605.2, and that's how small the number is on the calculator. But let me show you what that looks like in total darkness. It's almost total darkness, and there is total darkness. And you can read those numbers pretty well. A lot of people said they never cared for them because the side-to-side range of view isn't that good. But I find this to be very readable, nice and bright, and I love old calculators like this with clicky buttons and stuff like that. This is the only example of an old calculator that I have, but I do have 2 other ones I want to show you today. Here's just another sort of basic calculator that was from Brookstone, and it looks like just any other calculator until you go ahead and turn it on. And you will find the display lights up, and every time you hit a button, it changes color. Just keep doing that, and you can see all the different colors it goes through. and it just keeps cycling through. Other than that, it's a very basic calculator. There's nothing special about it, other than, of course, it is made in China, and it does actually have a switch for the backlight on or off. You can see you can just use it without that, but then what fun is it anyway? And this runs on 3 AAA batteries, so that'll burn those out nice and quick, I would surmise. Now that the backlight is on, you just press a button, it'll come up. This has no off button, so you just have to wait, and it will go out after that. You can also put in numbers there, and it has like a backspace key where it'll back out the last digit you put in. Another one, this is again nothing special, it was like a free giveaway calculator from Capital One. Investing for good. Where's the display? Yep. I'll show you from the side. It clips in, you pull the little thing. So that's of course the little gimmick with it. Other than that, it's also just a regular calculator. And does its thing. That way you can invest for good. So there you go, 3 calculators, 1 vintage with kind of a buggered switch, but it sort of works for now. An interesting one with a display that lights up in all different colors, and one that has some sort of weird gimmick to it, just like that, to open it up and put it at a comfortable angle. And I don't know if it'll do it on the, yeah, I guess it will. In fact, it pulls it forward. So that's cute. Anyway, that's it. 3 calculators, all just standard 4-function calculators for the most part, including the 1 vintage one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.